to be here this morning or this afternoon at this groundbreaking ceremony. And I say that this enclave is where all the best things in Ghana are happening now. Everybody's coming to Ningo, Shai. You know, we are making it happen. And you're all welcome here. We've been calling them persons with disabilities, but I believe they are persons with special abilities. And Reverend Steve Menton, God bless you for what you're doing. It reminds me of the movie X-Men, where Professor Xavier called people who had special powers and put them in a school, and they became the superheroes that saved the world. And now you're picking our brethren with special abilities, giving them an empowerment center to come back and impact Ghana and Africa. God bless you. For me, this is not just preaching the word, it is living the word. And I always make the fact that as a Christian and a politician, I believe that we must walk our talk. For those who think that the church is a misnomer, this is a wake-up call to you, that the church is doing for Ghanaians and for society what even governments cannot do. And this is testimony of the power and love of God. For me, as Sam George and as the MP for Ningo Pram Pram, you have my support. If you want me to come here and do communal labor with my boys, we'll come here and carry concrete for the glory of God. Whatever we will do, we'll put our money and our energy to do this. God bless you so much. Thank you so much.
Now you know why he's Jata. If you pick nothing from his speech, he says when he is called upon, he would bring his boys to do manual labor. He didn't end there. I heard the money bit. Did you hear that? Finance, he will support. Please put your hands together. To the protocol team, please make sure you take his wife's number. Now we know how things work in that house. Yes, very important. Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is very important in where we are today. Possessing the land doesn't come easy. It also requires that the custodians of the land are aligned to the project and they believe in what you're about to do. Nene Adegbo Kwesi Animle the Sixth is ably represented. He is the paramount chief of Osudoku traditional area. He is ably represented by Nene Amano Aklebeto the First. And he will deliver his speech from where he sits. Let's put our hands together for him.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Dr. Mahmoud, Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, distinguished men of God, I want to be safe by saying that all other protocols are duly observed. Before I proceed, permit me to mention to you that Adegbon Mumboya Kwesi Animle the Sixth, the paramount chief of Osudoku traditional area, who doubles as the president of the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs and a member of the Standing Committee, the National House of Chiefs, would have wished to be here. But as I mentioned, his positions, it can tell you the volume or the Herculean task on him. Unfortunately, he has been called by another equally important national assignment. That is why he couldn't be here with us. But Nene has directed me to let you know that even though he is not here physically, he is with us here spiritually. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, when I arrived here, I must confess that I was overwhelmed because if I see what I'm seeing now, and they keep on saying village, 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 I become a bit confused. I think that should be called city. Secondly, I heard somebody ask a question that, who sent you? My spirit, it is somebody sent to this place. So I'm answering this question on behalf of God, which I think is true. Ladies and gentlemen, Osudoku and Ningo are twins. And where we are sitting here is in Osudoku, and we share boundary with Ningo. And for that matter, whatever happens here automatically impacts on Ningo. In the same vein, what happens in Ningo impacts on Osudoku. Let me say that Nene has promised, he has promised that whatever land that this project needs, he is ever ready to release them. When the chief of Agoto, in the person of Nene Tekosi II, informed Nene about this project, he believed that it was such a magnificent project which will not benefit only Osudoku or Ghana, but and God will bless Reverend for that. Let me be brief, because at the appropriate time, Nene himself will find the appropriate place to tell us what exactly he wishes to tell us. But let me take this opportunity to call the attention of His Excellency, the Vice President, that he saw the road that he used to reach here. Much as everybody is promising his or her quota to make this project a reality, I have no doubt that because accessibility to this place is very vital, I believe sincerely that it will be among the priorities of His Excellency. Let me conclude by saying that Injineme Dangoli no akpenge here. Masone otwepe waleka no agbo na akaba hawo no. Mau na ejeke hawo. Na esane waka wanine enyo twepe efwale ka agugum. Ne yenke bonfeko ne wamanyene wakama yebua. Ne mau jeko hawo no. Wamana hese ne wabime ke wabibime mana hese yo. Eji wani chum ka wamachunyani. Mapanya peke isibam. Neneji ka pechowi ne enge wakweti zigbamunyu machemunyu kilometru epe mapanya peke isibam. Ile nye pepa ke isibam. Ni menka kejiwo. Nyane wakpe no chopo yabe ne wamasewe ni ha mama ke je pemene wakweti. Cha manyaba. Cha manyaba. Cha manyaba. Manyaba. May God bless us all.
May God bless you too. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jesse Ejepon. And before doing this job, Reverend Steve said to me, Jesse, take judicious notice of every commitment made by every speaker. You know where I'm going. From Uncle George, we are getting cash and labor. I'm speaking on behalf of Nenekwesi Animli the Sixth. He said, whatever land you may need, we would walk confidently into his palace to collect and claim. It is possible. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on, may I invite Madam Rita Kusi Chema, who is Executive Director of the Ghana Federation of Disability Organizations. Please make welcome. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, Chairman of CEM Ablility Village, Reverend Dr. Steve Mensah, Ministers of State, great men of God, distinguished leaders, ladies and gentlemen. I bring you greetings from the leadership and members of the disability community led by Ghana Federation of Disability Organizations. Your Excellency, according to our recent census, persons with disabilities constitute about 8% of our population. This is a significant number, and it is important that we highlight some of the challenges we go through and the opportunities being presented to us. Already some of the challenges have been highlighted, but it's important to add my voice to say that persons with disabilities continue to have limited access to services and opportunities. Services in terms of health, education, employment, and other services that are relevant for their participation in society. We acknowledge the efforts of government and other stakeholders, but there is still more to be done. Your Excellency, this project, we believe, is creating a big opportunity for us as persons with disabilities. The challenge of accessing opportunities and resources to invest in ourselves for better economic empowerment is limited. But this project is here to create that opportunity for us. As organizations of persons with disabilities, within this project as a key opportunity to address some of our key needs. As we have heard and witnessed, the project is creating an opportunity for basic education. It's going to be a technology hub, and therefore other opportunities are going to be created. A list of the things that will happen at the village. So we deem this project an opportunity, and we want to see it as a model for disability inclusion in Ghana. A model that will fully integrate all categories of persons with disabilities to effectively implement our inclusive education policy, to ensure that we have all assistive technology that will empower all categories of persons with disabilities to participate in the activities of the village. We want to use this opportunity to call on persons with disabilities in Ghana to be ready to access the opportunities that will be created within the project. Your Excellency, we are ready as organizations of persons with disabilities to support the project with our expertise and other resources that will be needed to see the reality of the project. On this note, I want to thank the chairman of the project and all the team members who have contributed so far, and expressing our appreciation for paying attention to our needs as persons with disabilities. We want to congratulate you and wish you well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, quickly I invite the minister who superintends over the area of our interest, the Honorable Lariba Abudu, is the Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection.
Your Yeah, thank you so much. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic, with your kind permission, let me stand on all existing protocols. And I am very happy to be part of today's event. And I want to say that this is a very laudable project that the ministry is very happy to associate itself with. I also want to thank the chiefs for giving out this land for this wonderful project. And I want to urge each and every one of us to support this project. My ministry, the Gender Ministry and Social Protection, is ready to support this project in whatever they want us to do. And we all know that government can't do it alone. So as Ghanaians, we need to support this project. We have to contribute to the project, hashtag 10 for Ability Village. I also want to thank Reverend Steve for the foresight to help persons with disability realize their dream. And I want to say that it has gone a long way to also support the gender ministry, because already we are helping them to gain employable skills. And this is a very good project that we'll associate ourselves with. Without much ado, I don't want to bore you with so many things that people have said. I'm here to compliment whatever Reverend Stephen has done, and I promise him that our doors are open, and anytime he comes, we're ready to support him in any way. I always say that it takes a minute for one to become a disabled or join the disability community. So I urge all of you to contribute generously to this project to let it realize its dream. I wish you all the best, Reverend Stephen, and may the good Lord bless you. Thank you.
When the President's representative in charge of gender, children, and social protection says she's ready to support in whatever you need, you must take her serious. Please put your hands together for the minister. She's been a great supporter of the project from the very beginning. She's always come to our aid with time, with prayer, and with cash. She's a great supporter of the Christian faith. And I remember the one time that I was in her office with Reverend Steve Mensah, she said, issues of faith are important to me. It's a commitment that I have made to my God to always support issues of faith. So when I do it because it's my covenant with God. Please put your hands together for our next speaker, the Honorable Irene Toshi Ado. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. Your Excellency, the Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, I'd like to also stand on all existing protocols. It's not just a joy to be here today at the groundbreaking ceremony of the CEM Ablility Village, but I am humbled that I have been so honored by CEM to have the whole industrial park named after me. Steve and Stanley Mensah, I say thank you. I agree with George that they're not persons with disability, but they are people with special abilities. We pledge our loyalty, we pledge our commitment to this project. I want to mention the fact that the presence of the Vice President at this occasion goes a long way to show the commitment of government to this project. Not just government, but himself. Because the Vice President is somebody who has championed the cause of the vulnerable in this country for years. He celebrates his birthdays over 20 years ago with persons with disability, lepers, children living with special needs every year. and he would never ever miss an occasion to attend anything that concerns them. Indeed, I think Reverend Steve Mensah mentioned it, that these times are not ordinary times. And today, we had 3 programs outlined for His Excellency the Vice President. Last minute, he cancels every program and says, I am spending the day at the CEM Ablility Village. This is a man who's working just not for himself, but for God and country. Please give him another round of applause. I am so humbled, I don't know what to say, but I continue to pledge my support and to say that I am excited. I'm going to do more. And I have some George here with me. So I guess I'm going to take it to Parliament in my next proposals and ask that the members of Parliament will give the CEM Ablility Village a huge amount of money to kickstart this occasion. And it's my prayer. It's my prayer. Join me. And because I know what the members of Parliament can do, represented by Sam George, it's my prayer that next year, by the time you get here, you would not recognize this place. Thank you.
Honorable, please. Sam George, please come back. Please come back. So I want them to complete the story for me. She says, I'm going to Parliament to work with Parliament to get some injection for us. Let them shake hands. Even better. Come on. Thank you so much, Honorable. Thank you so much. Really appreciate. Really appreciate.
Oh, I forgot you were here. As a member of Parliament.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have to echo anything. Parliament is listening, and action shall happen. Please put your hands together. With that said, again, we anticipate the next speaker, and you all know. And I need you to prepare yourselves for His Excellency the Vice President's speech. But before that, to your left, another beautiful rendition from the CEM choir. Take us away.
They say this mountain can be moved. They say these chains will never break. But they don't know you like we do. There is power in your name. We've heard that there is no way through. We've heard.
Progressive protects more than just your home and car. You could save when you bundle your motorcycles, ATVs, boats, and RVs. Doesn't that sound good? Like the sound of your boat cruising along the Intercoastal. And there's the sound of the prop hitting a really big rock. And now the sound of waves, because the engine stopped. But you know what does sound good? You're covered with Progressive. So bundle all your vehicles and home in one place and save with the multi-policy discount. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers.
At the Home Depot, we have laundry appliances that just fit. From the space you have, to the features you want, to the savings you need. Like a new GE Profile Ultra-Fast Combo laundry machine that can wash and dry a large load in about 2 hours. Without you ever having to transfer the load over. Get special buy savings like the GE Profile Ultra-Fast Combo laundry machine, plus an extra $100 off select laundry sets in-store and online at the Home Depot.
Wake up, people. You are optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids, to work, to friends, and everything in between. You have to get sleep. And a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements. Learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better. Night after night. Sleep next level. Only from Sleep Number.
The Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 Smart Bed is now only $899, plus special financing. Ends Monday. See store for details.
The tide will never change. They haven't seen what you can do. There is power in your name. So much power in your name. Move the immovable. Break the unbreakable. God, we believe the wind from the impossible. We'll see a miracle. Believe the wind from the impossible. We'll see a miracle.
To play a little and give people about 1 minute or 2 minutes to fill out the pledge cards.
I need you, you need me. We all are part of God's body, and agree with me. We all are part of God's body. It is His will that every need we supply. You are important to
We have 2 more minutes.
I need you.
If you're in doubt as to why you must help, if you're at home, we've simplified the process for supporting this project. The 10 for Ability hashtag simply means that you can donate £10, €10, 10 of any currency to support the project. It's our belief that millions of Ghanaians out there, millions of people across the world might be willing to support this project. We've got 1 more minute. And our symbol for 10 for Ability is our 2 palms open. 10 is all we ask for.
I need you to survive. You are important.
1 minute more.
I need you to survive. I pray for you. You pray for me.
We're building an agric center, a civic and commercial and recreational center, homes, hospitals, recreational center. This would be a community that elevates the conversation and provides the needed support. And it starts with you. We need your help to make this a reality. 30 seconds. May I humbly ask the ushers to go around and pick up the pledge cards? May I humbly ask the ushers to go around and pick up the pledge cards? There are boxes right in front of you. You can just drop the cards in there or give it to the ushers. If there are any contributions on stage, may I ask the door to go around?
With
If you want to write a check, please write it in the name of CEM Ablility Village. We are happy to take it. And if you have more questions that you need answers for, please call the number scrolling on the screen. Technically, if you could bring the number back on the screen, I'll be very happy. 055 07 88 788. The hotline is 055 07 88 788. If you want to send mobile money also, the merchant's number is 923709, or you could send it directly to 059 7433 938. The name on it is CEM Ablility Village. And with that, I bring this part also to a close. We're continuing to receive your donations and charities, and our offices are opened. In any way you can help, we are super excited to receive your help. Your Excellency, the Vice President, dignitaries, may I humbly invite Mrs. Edem Naite on stage to deliver a quick appreciation message to enable us proceed with the official groundbreaking ceremony. Edem.
Thank you very much, Jesse. It may not be that quick, but I will try. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, Reverend Steve Mensah, my own papa, visionary and chairman of the CEM Ablility Village, please permit me to stand on existing protocols. Psalm 118 verse 24 says, "This is the day the Lord has made, and I shall rejoice and be glad in it." It has indeed been a very, very, very long road from the conception of this dream up until this very moment where we are breaking grounds for the commencement of the construction of the CEM Ablility Village. This song has been on my mind, and I am very happy that the choir is still there. Sebiribi wasidechia ankawona mendemawo wonkoto na wose yes it's enkabiribi wasidechia ankawona yedemawo wonkoto na wose. Indeed, we're telling God that if there is anything beyond praise and gratitude, we will give it all to Him. Thank you for today. We believe that you, the Lord who has started this very good work in the life of CEM, and especially so, our Reverend Steve Mensah, He will surely see us through all the phases. Shall I hear amen? Amen. Your Excellency, at our meetings, our daddy, Reverend Steve Mensah, relentlessly reminded us that you promised to clear your schedule and free the day to be fully part of this groundbreaking ceremony, and also that you were ready for any assignments that we were going to give you today. May I humbly announce to all of us, and I am sure you will agree with me, that the performance of the Vice President here today has been outstanding, hasn't it? And he has performed above excellence. We appreciate you, Vice President, and thank you so much. God bless you. You can do it better. Your Excellencies here present, Honorable Sam Jata George. Your name is never complete without the Jata. Natoshi. Honorable Natoshi, Honorable Lariba Abudu, and all dignitaries here present, we cannot appreciate you enough. We are ever grateful for all you have done and all the promises you have made here today. Trust me, we will follow up. We will chase you. We will joust you. And we will make sure that you help us to complete this project. Amen. And to all the reverend ministers of God here present, Reverend Steve is perpetually grateful. Thank you for affirming to him that he is not alone on this journey. Thank you for joining hands with him and agreeing that persons living with disability deserve a life of dignity. We will be counting on this assurance every step of the way. Akbenami. Nime name. I wish I could speak the language here, but I can speak Ga. So permit me to say, Nyuma ajo nye feng. Ke ha one more pele ninye ke ha wong mene shida wulu ahanye feng. And to our brothers and sisters living with disability, or better still, persons with special abilities, you are the reason for the moment. Please give it up for yourselves. Thank you for letting us into your world. And by the grace of God, we will do right by you. We ask one thing of all of you, though. When you pray, pray for Reverend Steve Mensah. Pray for CEM. Pray for donors. Pray for helpers across the world, so that together we can build this integrated community for all of us. I also would like to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to my boss, Mr. Ken Ansa, Chief Operating Officer of the Multimedia Group. When I spoke to him about the media support, he signed it off immediately and asked that we give it a thorough support. And for the past 2 weeks, Reverend Steve has been on all MGL platforms. We will do more after here. And right now we are live on Joy FM. We are live also on Joy News. So Chief, this is a very political statement to say that we will be coming back for more. The Graphic Communications Group, Star FM, City FM, and a host of other media houses have also been very supportive. Please do more. We need all the funding we can raise to be able to build this village. So build more, spread the word, and make sure we are all over the place. I have the last two mentions to give, and then I will go away. The first one goes out to you. Please clap for yourselves. You have a good heart and you radiate Christ. That is why you're here today. So thank you very much. And once again, give it up for yourselves. And the very last one. May I humbly ask those of us who can be on our feet, could you please be on your feet? Can we have the drum rolls, please? I am waiting for it. Drum rolls. And this one goes to Reverend Steve Mensah, the visionary, the chairman of the CEM Ablility Village. Daddy, thank you for availing yourself for God to use you the way He has used you. Thank you, and thank you all.
Your Excellency, we're getting to the end of the program, but the most important part is yet to happen. Your Excellency, on behalf of Reverend Steve, I would like to invite you to the groundbreaking ceremony. Your Excellency, as you proceed down, a couple of things will happen. There will be the may I ask you to help usher Reverend Steve Mensah? Yes? Yes. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, may I humbly request that we all be on our feet? May we all be on our feet? And may the band please stop. As we get ready for officially reminding us of our pledge to our country and our nation, the commitments we've always known as children, and we're guided by that as adults, and throughout the period, our pledge and our commitment to our country is reinforced every day through our commitment, either through our pledge or our national anthem. The words in there are important for us. Your Excellency, may we please proceed to the groundbreaking venue. At the groundbreaking venue, may all others please remain seated. We'll be streaming it on the screens here.
Biamati, oh yeah, oh yeah. Asem Papa Biamati,
hello.
Oh yeah, Ampa.
Ladies and gentlemen, a couple of things would happen at the groundbreaking ceremony. His Excellency the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana,